It was like a Wild West to it.
Yeah,
Right?
there used to be this hype
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
it. Oh, you do what? Dog? Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. And
Yeah,
now
yeah.
it's like, oh, so?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my grandma makes lollipops. Like,
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Getting Blunt with Keith. If you enjoy the content, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and also make sure to hit that red subscribe button. We are getting really close to 2,000 subscribers. Before we get started, I am proud to announce that the Bogcast has officially partnered with Hempful Farms. These are products that I truly believe in and that I have been using for years now. Even Fabius and Gertie love their Paw Putty products. They literally have CBD for everyone. So if you want to save money when buying your CBD, just go to hempfulfarmscbd.com, use promo code BODCAST, and you will save 15% off when spending $35 or more, and you will get free shipping when spending $75 or more. So again, just use promo code BODCAST at the checkout and go to hempfulfarmscbd.com.
It smells hot. You smell it? Yeah.
Sweet. We might as well just get right into it. I was actually just going to ask you if there's anything new with Hempful Farms lately.
yeah, with Hempful, it's always a challenge. It's up and down lately. We signed a new lease, so we're not going anywhere. That's always a good thing. It's just competition's been pretty fast and furious, I think being a vertically integrated company that farms and processes all our own stuff helps keeps us rocking. But we've really retracted a little bit. We grew kind of quick there in the beginning, and COVID taught us a lesson. We shut down 2 of our retail stores plus the cafe right at COVID. So we kind of took some steps backwards, but we really refocused online since nobody's leaving their house and they're all sitting at home. So we did some new marketing. We just went through a jam. There's a lot of crooked people on the back end of the websites. And I got to tell you, I was 0 for 4 until my last team. This team we had hired for a couple of years just did us so dusty. They, came in talking about affiliates and subscriptions and all this stuff to really help drive the P&L. But the guy was slick. As we did sales or coupon codes or whatever we did on our online platform, he had it set up to where every time those people used a coupon code, a % was going to him.
What?
So, yeah, of course, I'm like, what in the world? How do you even think like that? I didn't even... What it was is when, you talk to me about affiliate, I think new business. I think you're going to bring in new people, new clients. All my old people that have been shopping with us for 8-10 years were now getting taxed. And when I caught him, I said something. We ended up cutting off the relationship. But what I didn't know is they had our .coms, our domains up for sale. Oh. They had access to everything. I had no clue. So my hempfulfarms.com domain sold for $850. I'm coming home from a business trip and I get an email congratulating me on a domain that I've spent 10 years trying to build.
That sucks.
Yeah,
that's what happened, huh?
Yeah, and then they turned around and tried to sell it to me for $8,500. So I know it's an inside gig. We're dealing with it in court now, but we had to go out and get hempfulfarmscbd.com and redo the domain, rebuild the SEO.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass when you try to build up a site or some type of social media platform. You have to start over.
It's one thing to have it shut down for a legal reason or, you did something wrong on a compliance issue, but to have it stolen from you and taken after all we've already been through.
And he's making money off of it and shit.
Yeah, you go to hempfulfarms.com right now and it's some landing page with cannabis plants on it. And we had to cease and desist them from using our logo. We had to cease and desist them from using the name because I own the trademark on Hempful Farms. So
I don't know how you didn't beat his fucking ass.
Honestly, everything's hidden. Everything on his domain is hidden. It's private. So I'm probably glad I didn't see the info.
Yeah, no shit.
Who it was.
Yeah.
But I think, we think we know who it is. We're almost positive it was our last our team, but without the IP address and the evidence, we just were kind of ducks in the water. So we're worried more about moving forward, getting that SEO back up there, letting people know where our site is, and that's what happened.
So what is the new site again?
hempfulfarmscbd.com.
Okay,
so,
cool. I'll make sure we put links up in the description and all that shit.
What a mess. All those videos we've done up for 10 years are all no good now. The websites are all wrong on them. So it happened. Even our labels, we've had to go through 60 SKUs and change every single label because of this. So definitely a very expensive business lesson. Know who you're in business with for sure.
You got some people that you can trust now, though?
Yeah, we just went out and, last time it was on a referral. oh, we got this team, they're great, you should meet them. We met them, we went through our due diligence, thought it was great. This now is just a professional team. We walked into an office, sat with a person, and now I feel a lot more comfortable. So
No, I'm just glad that because a lot of small businesses didn't, seem to survive the COVID shit.
Yeah.
So I was just glad to see you guys make it through that. But I noticed that you guys also have like vending machines now and stuff. Or?
Oh, we're working on it. So a long time ago, we launched a vending machine with a partner company, and the partner company wasn't forthcoming about the processing on it. So if you bought a dog treat and the dog treat got stuck in the vending machine and you fought the charge, they found out it was CBD. They turned your processing off. Now we're working with a company that all that's fixed. The processing's good. The machines are good. We've had interest in getting our product in their store, but because we have such a big footprint with all the SKUs that we have, it's hard to put us on all your shelves because we take up a lot of space. So the vending machine has always been an idea that we've wanted to do. We've reached out to this company. They seem like they can supply the vending machines with the proper processing, and we just want to fill it up. We want to put our products in it to where, you don't do anything. You put the machine in your place. We stock it. It sends me an email and tells me when you're short on inventory, and I show up and fill it up. So just another way to get our product into a store without having to worry about your footprint or, how much space you're going to take up. Refrigerated machines will hold the dog treats so they don't go bad, and you don't have to worry about a new refrigerator. We're just trying to think outside the box.
Oh, definitely. I see that the future is just vending machines for CBD products and even maybe hopefully cannabis.
Absolutely, I agree 1,000%.
So people can reach out to you and getting a vending machine if they want to put it in their facility.
Yeah, if you want to reach out to Hempful Farms Inc. at Gmail, that's my email. We've partnered with a vending machine company, and essentially we just purchased the machine from them, fill it up, and the customer would pay for it. So it's pretty simple contract.
Yeah, I'm glad that you guys are staying in Arizona too, man. You had me worried a little bit there that you guys were like looking elsewhere.
Well, we always look elsewhere just because I feel like, the progression of this industry is growing. My home state of Kansas still isn't legalized it yet, and they're talking about trying to pass a law, but it's no flower, so I don't see me going back home anytime soon. But some of these other states just have a little bit better business models, and honestly, the laws are better. Arizona, we're corporatized so bad that you notice it's all California brands and Canadian money running our industry pretty much. We just feel like there might be better opportunities somewhere else. It's really expensive to operate in Arizona, and not having your own license here is costly. To lease a license is minimum 30 to 50 grand a month, and that's not even saying you have a location to do your business at. So, when you could go to the state next door like New Mexico and for 12, 15 grand jump in business, it's a lot different than out here. It's really, really expensive to operate.
Yeah, so it's more just looking to expand than anything.
That's it. Yeah. Even if it's a licensing agreement that will produce our Zonka bars or our Hempful Farms in another place, we're cool with that. We're not greedy people. We just want to see the longevity of the brand. We've worked really hard to get this thing out there, and sometimes we feel like we beat our head against the wall when we're in Arizona.
Dude, I could give you mad props, man. Just being in the whole cannabis world as a business just seems like such a struggle, just with everything from having to you still can't use banks, right? Or how does that work?
Well, there is a bank. We use First Fidelity for our banking, but you pay a fee.
But yeah, it's hard. It's not like just any other business. Yeah.
And you still can't go into a dispensary and run your credit card to make a transaction or pay for your product. So yeah, it's miserable. Who wants to go to the bank with $2 million in a bus and a guy watching you hoping you're safe? Like that's not fair. We need safe banking for sure. Hemp has it a little easier, just because we're hemp. We're not THC, but then again, some of the THC companies have ruined it for the hemp companies by using, fake accounts to sell product, use a credit card. Yeah. So it comes down on all of us. There's good and bad in everything, really. So we just try to toe the line and walk it, really.
Yeah. Are you more of a flower guy or a concentrate guy, or?
I love it all. I really like concentrate just because I try to stay away from the plant material and the chlorophyll. It just seems like I have to smoke so much of it. Whereas if I hit a couple really good solventless rosin dabs, I am solid. That's just over time, I think. I was a flower guy growing up, but I'll always choose growing over processing any day. But when it comes to
it's like a fun hobby, right?
Oh,
and
love it.
It's an art form to me.
Yeah, I'll always grow at home. I just got offered a position in Coolidge to take over a grow down there. I'm entertaining it. It's not that I don't love what we do with Hempful. I'm just a little bored doing dog treats, and
No, I get that.
I love growing.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love processing, but see what this looks like. We met last week. Looks great. The property's completely been revamped. A lot of money put into it, and it might be a good opportunity for me to kind of get back to the roots of how we got started.
Yeah. Do you remember like Schwag and shit back in the day?
Oh yeah, I remember Schwag.
Is Schwag still a thing?
Not really. I think it's called middies now.
Called what?
Middies.
Oh, so
mid-grade.
okay, yeah.
like,
but still, like, I don't think it was like the seed and stems brown shit.
No,
that, like,
not
we grew
brick.
up on, right?
Brickweed and smelled like pepper and ammonia. Yeah,
It blows my mind that there's kids growing up that will never know about that Schwag,
struggle.
You know what I mean?
Well, my kids are those kids.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now. Like, if I broke out a beer can and poked holes in it, they'd probably move out.
Me and McClay were just talking about that yesterday, like all the crazy ways we used to smoke, you know, just like out of an apple.
Toilet paper
or just-
roll.
Yeah, toilet paper. I used to just take tin foil and wrap it up into a pipe and just
Me too.
smoke out of my bedroom window with my dad across the hall.
I can't imagine the things growing in our lungs.
Oh, I know. With all that how much aluminum we smoked
Right.
and shit. Yeah.
Absolutely.
The other crazy thing is how back then you never knew if it was sativa or indica or the strain name.
Indo or outdo.
Yeah, exactly, right. and then sometimes you'd get super ripped and wouldn't want to move, and sometimes you could do shit. And then once you learned what indica and sativas were later in life, it all made sense, right?
Yeah, now I duck sativa with all costs unless I'm at work.
Oh, so you're an indica guy?
I am an indica guy. Sativas I don't mind. I just feel like I'm on crack sometimes.
Yeah.
I clean the whole garage. I'm still looking for stuff to do. Like,
Yeah.
whoa. I drove to Butte, Montana from Phoenix in 15 hours on 1 gram of Jack Hare
God
rosin.
damn.
My wife woke up and said, "Are we there yet?" I'm like, "We're here." Holy shit.
I've mostly an indica guy myself, but I've recently just been trying sativas just to see if like I could get more energy throughout the day or something, you know?
How's it
Because I
working?
just feel like I don't know.
I can't tell.
Yeah, I think I just honestly need like a 30-day break. I hate to say it.
It's not bad to do a cleanse or
Yeah.
a flush. It's not bad at all.
I feel like I just need to get like my tolerance
Down
back
again.
down
Yep.
because it's just so. I'm like are you an all dayer?
No, I am.
Yeah.
On the way out here, all the way here.
Sometimes I just wonder,
Exactly.
like, am I even getting high or like?
That's why I feel like concentrate's kind of stepped that game up for me a little bit.
Yeah, I need to get back into that.
Redo.
Do you mind handing me that coffee cup right there? It's actually in the
of
house
course.
tray. Yeah.
There you go.
Right on. Yeah. So actually, if you anyone enjoying the show, just in the comments, leave let us know what you're smoking. If it's a sativa, if it's an indica, the strain, whether you like it or not. And I'll just pick a random person and send out some stickers and magnets and shit like that. So,
Hey,
freebies.
freebies.
Do you is there certain strains that you just like fucking absolutely love? Or
Honestly, that rosin I gave you when I got here, that GMO has just had me feeling great. It smells great when you process it. It's a good yielder, super clean, burns beautiful. I posted a post on Instagram the other day from a camera angle under the bowl. Cleanest rosin I've seen. It's probably one of my favorite flavors.
it's an indica,
Yeah, very heavy.
and you just dab it, or
Yeah, just dab it. Yeah, we make it from flour. We just do fresh frozen, cut the flour down, freeze it right away, and then wash it like ice water hash. Take the hash, freeze dry it, then press it.
Damn,
And that's what we get.
that's clean as shit. Huh?
Oh, the best. It's just removing the plant material and the chlorophyll out of there, so you're getting trichomes and terpenes. It's pure. I mean, it goes from 20-30% flour to 90% concentrate. So it's a head crusher.
Dude, I think I'm gonna go fucking
dab
hit
it.
that right
I
after.
told
dude.
you.
I don't have a rig right now. I gotta
I got one in the truck. I'd have brought it in.
Yeah, maybe after.
Yeah,
Just real quick.
I got one in the truck. for
Because
sure.
I just want to get fucking ripped. You know what I mean? Like
That's it.
sometimes you just want to get retarded.
That's why I smoke rosin. Just drool on myself. For sure.
What about we've talked about this before, but do you fuck with edibles a lot or?
I make them.
No, I know the Zonka bars.
Yeah,
I mean, those are
Zonka.
fucking legendary.
Those are my thing.
I love those, dude.
I do like chocolates a lot. Probably too much. That's how I got to be 270. We got gummies, suckers. We do all this stuff. I'll infuse anything. I don't care. It's
You're really Zonka, dude.
I like the challenge. You know what I mean? I went out to Michigan for a licensing agreement. The guys wanted to woo us and take us to dinner, and I'm like, nah, you've got food in a cabin. Let me cook. I infused 5 courses for these guys. Halfway through the meal, they were giggling like they were in high school. It was hilarious. But we got to teach them, show them how, the why, the dosage. It was awesome. I love that stuff.
Dude, that's what I'm chasing, I feel like, is those giggles from high school. Because I was
Yeah.
talking about that with Brian, because we were reminiscing about those first times ever smoking cannabis, when I would just be with my buddy and we would just laugh and not even know why we're laughing and our stomachs would hurt.
How do you respond to edibles? Do you like them?
Well, they don't. This isn't
thought
me.
so.
This isn't me sounding cool or anything. For some reason, they just don't work on me.
No,
Like,
there's
and I'm
actually
jealous of people. Like, so for example, you see McClay, right? He's a big guy.
Yeah.
He could take like a 10 milligram edible and be fucked up.
That's funny.
Dude, I'll eat a 1,500 milligram one and be completely fine. Like nothing's happened, and it's just like, fuck. And I'm waiting the whole time. Like, come on,
What's
please.
happening? From what I understand, there is a condition that people have where they just don't process THC through their liver the way other people do.
Yeah.
That happens. You will not get high if you eat it. Smoking it is the way for you. I mean, unless they come up with a main line, but I don't think anybody ever wants to do that. So
I know, but I hear
how
everyone
else
always
do you use
talking
it?
about panic attacks and freak.
Yeah.
I want to freak out. I want to freak out. I'm so high. You know
The
what I mean?
only time it's ever happened to me like that is when I take sativa RSO at night. So I'll take the RSO, my back's hurting, I just want to sleep, I'll pass out really hard, and then like 1 a.m, I wake up, anxiety attack, heart beating, chest racing, and it's the sativa. So now when I make my FECO, I make sure I separate the strains, the flowers. Like even if I used to make just batches of whatever I had left over, so even if there's a little sativa in there, it would affect me. Now I separate them completely.
Are you talking about the RSO?
Yes.
So oh, wow.
I make indica dominant RSO, sativa RSO. Now
Damn.
I separate them completely now because even that little bit of sativa in my RSO is waking me up in the middle of the night. Like, I can't breathe. What is that? Why is my chest pounded?
Damn.
Just from sativa.
Because I take RSO, but it doesn't say like what strain
Yeah,
it is.
a lot
or
of times
whatever,
it's
so I
not.
don't.
A lot of times it's just whatever material they have. So they can't really say it's just a hybrid. And now that I've gotten to the point where I can, separate the material until I have enough to make each one, I do indica only, sativa only, because it's a huge difference.
Oh, I bet. Holy
Especially
shit.
in that concentration. It's a big difference.
I feel like I've ruined people's lives because I've given them RSO and then they get so fucked up. Like Jordan, she'll never take
She's
it.
like, "No, I'm done."
But I feel like maybe I've given her maybe the wrong, you know what I mean? Like,
just to always have them start slow. A grain of rice you don't want to start any bigger than that, because then even if you don't feel it, you can always go add more.
yeah.
You're not going to take it away once it's there. So just start slow, go from there. And I honestly, man, I tell everyone to journal, write it down, even if you don't feel anything. That way you're not going to go backwards on your dosage. You can actually track exactly what you're doing and what's happening.
How often do you take it?
Every day. I live on it. I have Crohn's. So
Yeah.
with Crohn's, days are different. Some days are great. Other days you're sick. I just try to get the best out of each day. So I take it every day.
Is it cool to talk about the Crohn's a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, it's miserable. I don't wish it on too many people.
From my understanding, it's an autoimmune disease, right?
Autoimmune disease. I have an attacked, infected area in my lower ileum that's very hard to see. Colonoscopies, endoscopies, they just don't reach that stuff. So their first line of order is usually surgery. And I said no. I didn't want the surgery. I was worried about the spreading, the bigger complications from the surgery. And I don't know. I don't feel like I'm technically dying from it, so I'm just going to find a way. FECO has been the answer. It's stopped bleeding, nausea. I can eat real food again. It's
What is it?
RSO is the brand. RSO is the name brand for the
Rick
guy
Simpson.
Rick Simpson.
Yeah.
The actual product is FECO, full extract cannabis oil.
Oh, okay.
That's what its real name is.
Okay.
I get torn because everyone recognizes RSO.
Yeah.
But it's really just giving that guy credit for an oil that's been around a lot.
Yeah, it's like a
longer
loose
than all
term.
of us.
Yeah.
FECO's the actual technical name. Full extract cannabis oil.
I like using the real terms. Like you got me saying cannabis rather than marijuana because that's like, the racist origins from that, right?
Absolutely.
So like I love learning that shit, dude.
I try. I think it's all about education on all fronts. You know what I mean?
Like I say kratoms instead of kratums because that's actually how you say it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You taught me something. I didn't know.
So every time when I say that, people are like, what the fuck? I'm like, that's actually how you say it.
Really?
Hamilton Morris, I don't know if you're familiar with Hamilton Morris. He's like a pharmaceutical or psychedelic
Oh, yeah.
wizard. He
Okay.
has a, what's that show called? Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia, where he goes around the world and does different psychedelics.
And that's
shit
how
like
it's
that.
pronounced.
Yeah, and he went to actually
to
Thailand and
know.
did a whole thing on it. I was like, oh, shit!
wow.
So I'm gonna start saying it like that now.
Yeah, I haven't tried it. I've had people in my store asking for it, and I've had probably 50-50 on people say they love it, and 50-50 on they're not so sure. So I don't carry it.
I enjoy it just because I'm an ex addict,
Sure.
and I have just the worst back pain in the world, and I can't take any type of obviously opiates or anything like that. So I just take it for back pain and stuff like that, for pain relief.
Does that help?
Oh, big time.
I've been limping around. My grandson pulled out his little t-ball bat the other day and caught me right in the middle of my lower back.
Ooh.
Usually we like sword fight and play.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention. He's like, Papa, whack, right in the middle of my back.
Oh.
Last 2 days has been a bummer. Maybe I'll try some kratom.
Fuck, if I had some, I'd send you home with some. I actually just ran out.
Oh, no worries.
But yeah, you can get them at the smoke shop and shit.
Yeah, I've
But
never tried it.
I have a feeling that the FDA is going to eventually try to ban that shit too,
I wouldn't
because
doubt
it's really just a natural leaf,
Yeah.
and then it kind of has a opiate effects. It kind of gets the same receptors, you know what I mean, but it doesn't have those addictive elements to it, to where your body's withdrawing from it and shit like that. So
yeah, they wouldn't want that for us, would they?
yeah, exactly, right. yeah. No, so when you like, what is like a bad night with Crohn's? Is it just like a really inflamed like stomach? Is that what it is?
I'll swell really bad. I'll get really nauseous. I bleed. I throw up.
Shit.
It feels like food poisoning meets the flu. It's probably two of the worst things you could have at the same time. You don't feel very good at all. You don't want to eat anything. You just feel sick. You just want to crawl under a rock. It's probably the worst thing I've ever felt, because injuries heal and go away. This stuff just seems like it lingers. Some days you go without eating because you feel like fasting feels better, and you're scared. You can't eat sugar. You can't eat red meat. You can't eat
All the
foliage.
fucking fun stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rice cakes all day. Woo. Like fresh. Everything's fresh. We just try to cook everything fresh daily. If it comes in a box or a can, we replace it with something fresh. I heard something a while back that it just sticks with me. Every time you put something in your mouth when you eat, you're either fighting a disease or you're helping a disease.
I love that theory. I believe that.
It's like, it's so true, man.
Yeah.
You're a result of what you put in your body.
Definitely. Yeah, like everything's just, I think actually about that all the time. I know that shit's true too, because during the week I eat clean as fuck and I feel great, and then Saturdays and Sundays, dude, I eat nothing but fucking pizza and ice cream, and then I fucking feel like shit and I hate myself afterwards.
Yeah, your body's like, what in the world? I can't process.
I can't wait all week for that, and then afterwards I do it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why do I do this to myself?
Yeah, isn't it funny? We're gluttons, man. We're gluttons for punishment, I guess.
Yeah, but like the RSO and the cannabis helps out a lot.
It does.
Though.
Yeah, it keeps it all at bay. I mean, before that, I was doing what the doctor said to take, but
well, I was gonna ask you about that. Like, what would the doctor normally prescribe for that?
Oh man, I've been on Remicade, I've been on Humira, Balisalicide, like you name it. There's all kinds of drugs out there to make your hair fall out. And
yeah, so they're designed to like stop your immune system, I think,
your
right?
body of all
So then
immunities
you can be more susceptible to other
kind
shit.
of like chemo and radiation.
Yeah,
same thing. So I just opted to not do it anymore. I said, if I'm gonna feel like shit every day, I might as well at least enjoy my treatments. And going to sit there to have Humira pumped into your body isn't a fun treatment.
Is that the shot?
Yeah.
I think I was prescribed that. I was misdiagnosed with an autoimmune disease called ankylosing spondylitis.
Yeah.
And so they fucking gave me that stuff, and I took one shot of it, and then I did like a deep dive on it. I'm like, I don't want this the rest of my life. Fuck this shit.
You'd almost rather die of your illness or disease than you would what they're giving you to fight it.
Exactly. Because that's causing more problems.
Side effects are horrible.
Yeah.
So now it's just flour, and like my wife knows if I have that clear, translucent look, like I'm not feeling well, she loads a bowl. Flour is the first thing that'll take that nausea away. It's almost like concentrate's too concentrated. If I'm sick and nauseous and I hit a dab, I'm even more sick.
Oh, damn.
Just like hot flash sick. So it's learning those little idiosyncrasies, I guess, or whatever, the little, things that match up with the other. Anything's better than the narcotics they were giving me.
Oh,
that shit caused diabetes and hair loss. I mean, you name it. there's no reason to take that stuff when we have plant-based alternatives.
I couldn't imagine taking like some type of opiates for that, because opiates actually slow down your digestive system. Like as an ex heroin addict, man, and even when I was on methadone, man, I went in shit for like 2 weeks sometimes, dude. Like, I would be so constipated.
So bad for your system.
Yeah, it's so bad for you. So let me make sure this shit's still recording and shit.
Battery's good.
Yeah. No, what I love about you guys is just about Hempful Farms is like, you guys you're always doing something for the community. I don't know if you want to talk about, like, I saw that you have a costume drive coming up, a Thanksgiving dinner. You do stuff for Christmas, the inmate angel tree and children toy drive. So
oh man, we're busy this time of year. We really get going. So just, I'm a dad of 5. I love my children, but I've raised some spoiled little kids sometimes. No offense, guys, I love you, but I sheltered them from what I saw as a kid and how I grew up. And the raid was probably the closest thing for any of them to really relate to that kind of trouble I had growing up. So I've worked my ass off to make sure these guys don't know any of that stuff. But, I kind of created my own madness, I guess you could say. So every year at Thanksgiving and Christmas, we sit around, eat a bunch, watch football, get all lazy. Someone end up in an argument or something. It's just family holiday.
Standard family shit, yeah.
So about 3 or 4 years ago, I don't know, it just hit me. I have this full kitchen in the back of Hempful Farms. Hempful's located in not one of the better areas in Phoenix. We felt like we could take the combo of our kitchen and really start helping people that need it. So we started cooking Thanksgiving dinner, and I made my kids work there. I made them come over and see what it was like to help somebody that doesn't have as much as you have. And it's the first Thanksgiving I've ever gotten a hug from all of my kids.
Aww.
I'm honored,
Yeah,
I think they were honored. I think they felt more proud than helping other people than just us at home celebrating a holiday that they don't even know what the meaning of it really is sometimes, So we feed kids. Our plight with Zonka Miles has always been the inmates that are doing time, but we kind of feel like you're late in the game when you get to talk to the inmates because they're already in trouble. They've already been sentenced. Some aren't coming home, and we're fighting this uphill battle. But what about their kids? What about their families?
Yeah.
So we kind of changed gears a little bit. We still write the inmates. We still make sure that they got what they need. But now we gear it towards children because I feel like, honestly, they're going to be the ones taking care of us later on. So let's give them the help. We cook turkeys. We hand pack little lunch boxes and we hand deliver them. It's the best few days of our holiday. We love it. We have a few organizations like the Bud Card and Amanda and other people that just come out. It's all volunteer. They show up, they cook dinner with us, we package it, and we deliver it. For Halloween this year, we're doing a costume drive where we're just getting costumes together for kids that don't have them. There's a bunch of group homes where these guys don't even get to celebrate it because they don't have the money to buy them. Mm. So we do a candy drive and we do a costume drive. Just drop the things off at our shop. You get a discount on any purchase that you want. You don't have to buy anything. Don't feel obligated. You can freely drop things off. We just ask that they try to be new stuff, unless they're not destroyed. Nothing worse than giving some kid a smashed in mask. Like, yeah, it was the thought that counts, brother. Like, you know what I mean? So don't bring me your stuff from your kids when they were in Halloween parades 15 years
like
ago.
In the 70s, like those shitty masks.
You know what I mean?
Cracked.
Jason's mask is all smashed. The kid will probably love it, but we just want to bring him some nice stuff. And then Christmas, we do the same thing at Christmas. We help the kids. We do an angel tree at Hempful Farms, which the angel tree has families' names on it that are doing prison time. So you come in, you pick a ornament off the tree, and you sponsor the family, however you see fit. Sometimes they'll ask for like art supplies or a gift card or something. Other times they just put their name on the angel tree and just want to be sponsored. The only thing we ask is that when you sponsor them, tag us to it so we can share. We like to let the families know that they're going to be taken care of. Because we've had some instances where people have come into the store for PR moves and take pictures with the ornaments.
Oh, God.
And then not sponsor the family.
Are you kidding?
And that drives me crazy,
Holy shit.
especially when it's people with a title or with a brand or that people know, and they do it only for PR. And the dude who I'm talking about knows who the fuck I'm talking about, by the way. Yeah, just,
That's so disgusting.
it bothered me the most because, we're very content driven. This is how we get people to see what we do. So I'm not only excited that we've got someone adopting, but now I get to tell this guy's family, like, hey, you got help coming. And when I get a letter back a year later from him and his family that no one reached out, but the pictures were spread all over the internet, like, look at me, dude, I am a prick when it comes to that. You know what I mean? Because that guy's never coming home. The guy this person dipped out on is not coming home. The only thing he has to look forward to is that letter coming around Christmas time. You know what I mean? So, and I don't want to get on a soapbox about it because most people are genuine. Most people are awesome.
No, I get that. It's just like, there's always that one asshole with no soul, right? No empathy or just...
No, and don't think I won't blast your ass out, because I did. When it happened, I did. I just, it's frustrating because we work diligently. We work tirelessly, sometimes without our own vacation.
Yeah, and they're taking advantage of you for their stupid social media.
Just to get a couple
That's a
likes
whole thing on
shares.
social media that drives me nuts, where people don't seem like they can do anything kind without, like...
Right.
Recording it, like,
and honestly,
what the fuck? Come on.
If you notice, our content's gone way down because of that. I just felt like, you know what? I'm the more content I put out here, the more people are attracted that come in that try to take advantage.
Yeah.
So now, if I focus more on what we're doing and let other people worry about that
makes sense.
Videoing I let them do it. Now I don't know. It sucks you even have to think like that.
Yeah.
I never would have even. Someone comes in and says they're going to do something, man, I'm just a handshake guy. You know what I mean? I'm not an attorney. I don't even care what you do with the things that I donate to you. Like, just do it.
Yeah.
But to have somebody come in and specifically get their picture taken to spread it on their PR pages and whatever, and then not even send a letter to somebody in prison, you've lost all respect for me and my crew, my family. That's the most, it's low, man. I did 6 years, you know what I mean? Mail time's the only cool time in there. That's the only time. And when I told this family, like, this person's going to be reaching out to you, man. And it was special to me because we were bringing help to somebody that barely has any hope left. You know what I mean? So
were you able to at least go off on this motherfucker?
Oh yeah, no, it went public.
Okay.
It actually it got pretty nasty to where I'm sure I'm blocked on everything, which I don't really give a shit.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, absolutely. My most biggest concern was the family. We made it right. We sponsored. We took care of it. We let the nonprofit handle it. It was just, you feel really embarrassed, because I'm not out here to do anything but help these guys. I have a million other things that I could honestly be doing. But with the second chance at life, this is my duty.
Yeah.
And to see people in the way they really are in person, you can tell the ones who are real that have really either done time or been around it and respected enough not to fuck around like that. Because to do something like that, you obviously haven't been in a place where guys like that live and what they do to people like you. You know what I mean?
Did he just not think he was going to get caught, or like, I don't get it.
Probably. Life goes so fast and PR's moving and every day is going by. I just assume he was in the moment, Look at me now. This is what we'll do. He'll never find out about it. And just a shitty thing to do to somebody,
Holy
man.
Shit.
I wasn't even mad for me.
Is this last Christmas?
This was last year.
Fuck.
Last year. Yeah.
Man, dude, you fucking deal with so many fucking just pricks.
That's what happens when you put yourself out there, though.
Dude, trust me, I understand that. Like, just with this project, I had to deal with all kinds of fucking
can't
cocksuckers. You know what I mean?
That's the whole
But it just
reason.
makes you stronger, right?
It does.
It makes you learn how to deal with people. It makes
You
you
choose better
realize
people.
who not to deal with.
Yep.
It makes you realize the truth always prevails.
Right.
So even if, like, that cocksucker is spreading a narrative, the narrative he spreads, those people might think things about you, but eventually they'll learn the truth and find everything out, right?
And it's happening.
The truth always prevails.
It's totally happening.
It takes time, but it does.
He's one of those guys that's not from here. We helped him get here with him and his brand. Thought it'd be a cool strategic partnership to do some stuff together. Well, then the product he brought here wasn't exactly what he said it was, and it cost some people a lot of money. I tried to fix it. When I tried to fix it, I got shit on just like everyone else did. Yet I was the guy who was the reason he was here. It blew up, and it all blew up on him. So he's being sued now. He is defaulting on money that he borrowed. Like, it's karma.
Yeah, everything
Karma's
comes back up.
It does.
to
And I
those
just,
motherfuckers
I don't
anyway.
want to be the guy going, ha, 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 ha. I really don't, because
Yeah.
that does nobody any good either. But you know what, man? When you ask for it, it comes. I haven't always been a solid guy. I've done some stupid shit. Look, I did 6 years in prison for it. I ate it. I'll do my time. Everyone should. And that's all I'm saying. I don't wish bad stuff on nobody. I don't call cops on people. I just let karma do her thing. You know what I mean? You piss her off, she comes to get you. That's it. And I'm watching it happen. Sucks. I'm sorry, but after
I mean, it's kind of awesome.
It
right?
is. Oh yeah. I'm glad I didn't have to wait too long in some
Yeah,
aspects,
yeah.
but it is what it is. How
Yeah.
shit like that. You reap what you sow. I just try to be good to everyone, man. You don't know somebody else's struggle. You don't know what they're going
yeah,
through. You just got to be
definitely.
good. You got try to be good to them. And when you chase that dollar, and that's it, sometimes you catch other things. You know what I mean? And that's what he's dealing with. It was all about money, and we've just never been that way. We'd never had no money. We don't. We'd love to make a lot of money if it happened, but that's not our goal. That's not the reason we do what we do.
No, I get that. Yeah. So I guess if you want to get involved, just they could find you on your social medias and your
Yeah.
website, and or
Yes.
just stop by the store. Or even.
Well, that's kind of funny you mentioned that, because the other domain out of 60 that we own got sold was my nonprofit.
You say 60?
Yeah, we have a bunch of domains
Holy
because
shit.
mainly because of all the different branding and products that we've had.
Well, that makes
and
sense.
We've had to buy a lot of domains around them just to protect
Sometimes
ourselves.
you just own them, but not have the site. Yeah.
Correct. Well, this one, zonkamiles.org, was my nonprofit, and that domain got sold too. So 2 of the 60 domains that I own, the 2 busiest ones that I actually function with, were sold. But it wasn't an inside job. Just
Oh, jeez.
right. So now at zonkamiles.world, that's our nonprofit. You can go there to get involved with any one of these. We have a PayPal on there, paypal.com/ZonkaMiles. That's for donations. Everything we do with the food, with the presents, it's all money raised. It's all donations. And if we don't raise it, I usually cover it out of my pocket, just because I grew up without Christmas as a kid. And that sucks, man. Kids deserve to have a Christmas.
Yeah.
If nothing else, the birthday and Christmas, those 2 days, they deserve them. So we try to just make that happen, whether it be a football and a skateboard, or some clothes, something that you need. We take wishes from the kids. All the funds that are raised, we go shopping and we deliver it. I dress up like Santa and we go to their group
That's so
home
fucking
and deliver
cool,
it,
dude.
man. It makes me feel good. It really
I need to
does.
aspire to do shit like. I wish more people were like, yeah. Could you imagine that if more people were just doing shit like that? I mean,
Oh, I'm an angry old son of a bitch, so I don't know if you want too many of them running around, but no, I do. I think you're right. I wish more people
just
thought of other
generosity.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
I gave up thinking about myself. That always got me in trouble. Every
That's
time I
true,
thought of
huh?
me first, I ended up in bad trouble. So thinking of others, taking care of others makes me feel great, and I don't have to think of myself at that point because I get taken care of.
Yeah. Just yesterday, let's see here, let me pull this up really quick. Lord Biden came out saying that he was pardoning all prior federal offenses of simple marijuana possession. President Biden also urged governors to follow his lead with regards to marijuana possession at the state level. So I saw you post about this.
Yeah,
what were your thoughts?
I shared it because it's almost comical to me. Doesn't that sound like an oxymoron in that title? Biden pardoning all prior federal offenses of simple marijuana possession.
Well,
how many federal simple
I know
marijuana possession charges do you know of?
that's where like at first I was excited, and then after I read it a second time, I'm like, hey, wait a minute.
It's like a
most
play on
of them are
words.
state.
Right.
So like McClay mentioned yesterday, I think there's about 150 federal. So those are like the big guys, right? Transporting shit.
Out of like 40,000 people locked up. Like, look, I don't want to knock any baby
Steps.
crawl
Yeah,
forward.
Yeah. But this
But
is
come
literally-
on, man. Like, we just took oxycodone and put it on Schedule 3 overnight with a vote. Like, are you kidding me? We can't take something that's never killed a person and flip it? Like, I'm just mind blown because of the greediness. I've said it on every podcast I've been on since I started doing this stuff. They're not in a rush. Why would they be? They're burning the wick at both ends right now. They make all this federal money raiding you. They make all this money in court and probation and parole. Yet they let the states tax it and get money from that. So like, it's, to me, it's just, it's way past overdue. Like how is anyone seriously keeping a straight face sitting at that table arguing? Really? Like, what is the argument back of why it's still a Schedule 1? How is anyone sitting there just like, okay, that might make sense. Like, it just doesn't make any sense
I know.
to me, you know?
Yeah.
It needs to be over. People need to come home to their families. Like, the gig is up, man. We already know you're making all this money through prison, you know, the private prison contracts. It's over. Let it roll. Find another way to rip people off. This is not it.
Well, the saddest part to me is they obviously know just, you know, they're not very liked right now, and they're just trying to think of ways to like, how can we get people to like us?
Midterms,
and
right?
Thought,
you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's just the timing of this.
Yeah.
I actually predicted this. I told Jordan, I was like, just wait. He's going to come out with some cannabis shit. I don't know what it is yet.
Keep those votes coming, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely, they will. When I read it, I just laughed to myself because I don't want to knock what we're doing and any small progress. But look, it's a swipe of a pen, isn't it? It's a swipe of a pen, and we can make some big, big changes here. But instead, they're going to squeeze the lifeblood out of this thing. Look, Frank Epler, 7 life sentences in Arizona. The guy sold weed for the cartel, got popped. He got his friend who was working for him, got scared, ran to the feds, signed a deal, and now he's got 7 life sentences. 7. He's been denied every single trial motion. He's in appeals court right now. I mean, it's a joke. Okay, so yeah, you look at his record, he's got kidnapping and assault, and that's because the co-defendant testified. So they're selling weed. Friend gets a job selling weed with him. Dude comes up short. They want their money. They come to beat him up. Frank jumps up and goes, no, that's my boy. He's not going to come up short. They beat them both up. Friend got so scared, runs to the feds, makes the deal to cover his own ass. Frank goes down on kidnapping and assault, which didn't even happen. But mind you, he's done 12 years, which would cover both of those felonies. But now he's got 7 life sentences to look forward to for selling pot.
That's insane.
And what's crazy is there's no media. You don't hear nothing about it. It's all swept under the rug because people would lose their minds. You know, how many people do you see standing in line in a dispensary every single day waiting to buy weed?
A shit ton.
They're not getting raided, thrown in jail for selling it, all because of a license. So this guy didn't have a license. He gets to spend 7 life sentences in prison.
And the worst part is the people at the dispensaries that own them are like these white yuppies, right?
That don't
that don't even know anything about cannabis or never even smoked or they're just trust fund kids.
No, and guys like my wife and I that are operators and
OGs.
produce everything that we make can't even get in.
I know, that drives me nuts.
Yep. And that's why, you know, it kind of circles back around to that looking in other places thing, because, you know, you got to keep every door open. If there's an opportunity somewhere else to do what we do in a place that appreciates it, we can't shake our head at it. We have to at least entertain it.
How much easier, this is probably a really dumb question, but how much easier would your business just become if it was federally legal? Like if you did just sign that?
Yeah, that's a good question, because I don't know what that looks like. What does that federal legalization look like? You know, is it full interstate compact stuff? Are we driving, shipping, flying? Everything's golden? Like the feds, are they completely back down? I don't know what that looks like. We often ask ourselves now, like we feel like the coolness of it's over anyway. You know, like we've been doing it so long now that everyone that's involved, and we look around and see it, we're just kind of like, oof. I don't know. It just doesn't feel fun sometimes, you know?
No, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Not that I don't love what I do, because I always do it, but I don't know.
It was like a Wild West to it.
Yeah, there used to be this hype behind it. Oh, you do what? Oh, cool. And now it's like, oh, so?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my grandma makes lollipops. Like, well, that's stupid. Like, okay. Guess I'll go hang solar. Like, what do you know what I mean? Like, so even my kids don't think I'm cool anymore. What the hell?
Yeah, no shit, huh?
It's just a sign of the times.
Yeah, fuck. Did I see some mushroom products that you guys?
Yeah,
that's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah, I've been. I'm really trying to work on a reset with my Crohn's, and you know, Crohn's really gets you mentally sometimes. When you're always sick and you're always in the bathroom or you just don't feel good. Sometimes it's hard to put a smile on your face in front of people.
Well, I usually say this off camera. I'll probably edit this part out, but I'm the same way, dude, with my back.
Yeah.
Like I live.
It gets
just
you
as-
down, man.
I don't have a social life. It affects everything I do.
Yep.
People don't understand. Like they don't understand my pain because they just see me as like a healthy young man or whatever, and like they just don't like. No, I shouldn't say young man.
Right.
Like just
You are.
But they just no one
They judge you from the outside.
Yeah, they judge me from the outside and stuff. So it's just like.
Well,
I don't
that's
know, you get it.
Crohn's.
So you got to put this fake smile on, and that's acting, dude.
I have to plan my trips around bathrooms. Like, oh, hey, you want to come up and visit for a while? Well, it's 2 hours away. I got to make sure I can stop here on the way just in case. If we get there, I better get my own hotel room because I don't want to blow up somebody's bathroom. You know, I just, those kinds of things. Like, I haven't been camping in 8 years. You know what I mean? Like, unless there's a porta-john attached to the back of my truck, I'm not going. Just, it's bad for everybody. So
is that considered a disability?
You know, I've tried, but it doesn't work.
Doesn't work? That should be, man.
I filed. Last time I filed, they said, what they tell me? Oh, you can get a job putting together fishing poles.
What?
Because there's so many fishing pole manufacturers out here, right? Like, I just laugh. Like, is this the excuse you give everyone to deny them benefits?
Oh, my God.
Okay. Like, I can put fishing poles together? Or where do I apply for that, sir?
Yeah, the disability shit's ridiculous.
Yeah. So I just quit trying, honestly. I mean, I don't feel disabled, but I do feel like shit.
The people that I know that are actually disabled don't ever get it. And then I know people who just completely fake it and they're just killing it.
I'm a bad actor, I guess.
Dude, I met a guy in the cannabis game a while in my 20s, and he faked schizophrenia and just got paid bank every month from it. And I was like, oh, what? What the fuck? How
just had to bite himself a couple of times.
Exactly. You know?
That's funny.
So, but mushrooms, I was scrolling through your site and I saw all these mushroom products. I take this product called Stamets 7. I don't know if you've ever heard of that before. It's Paul Stamets. He's like a mushroom guru. There's actually an amazing documentary on Netflix called Fantastic Fungi. It's about just like how mycelium all interconnects with each other. I highly suggest watching it. It's fucking amazing. But he has a product called Stamets 7, and it's 7 different mushrooms combined, like reishi and lion's mane and turkey tail, all that shit. And it's just like, dude, I swear to God, I've been taking that shit for like 2 years now, and I don't ever get sick. I never got fucking COVID. I didn't get the vax or nothing. You know what I mean? So,
we carry a mushroom product at Hempful Farms right now that has the same kind of
I want to check.
mixture.
Yeah, I was want to look into that.
They're from America's Finest CBD. We brought it in from their store. But then the other mushroom products I'm doing that were some home caregiver stuff, MVPs. Cousins to the penis envy mushroom.
Oh, yeah.
Very powerful. We did 280 milligram chocolates.
Oh, damn.
So some microdoses.
So those ones are psychedelic?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Those are.
The ones I'm talking about are just regular.
Yeah.
Like just.
I do the regular ones too. These ones were the fun ones.
Yeah, that's cool.
The pretty colors.
Do you microdose?
I do.
Oh, nice.
I do. My wife has cluster migraines really bad. She has really bad vision, which causes just miserable migraines. So we started to microdose her back in 2009 with mushrooms.
Yeah.
Amazing. She doesn't take Excedrin or ibuprofen, any of that stuff. She'll microdose once a month with a 300 milligram capsule and call it a day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I was doing like 0.2 every 3 days or something.
That's
like
not bad
that
at
for
all.
a while.
Yeah. I think hers are once a week, actually. Not once a month. I think it was once a week.
Yeah. But yeah, that's like a whole new thing now.
Yeah. I'm digging it so far.
Do you ever do heroic doses?
I have.
Like 5 grams and shit?
I haven't. Just because the last time, about 2 years ago, I ate a few too many. And instead of enjoying myself, I laid there. You know when you get the chills, like when you're cold and you shiver? I shivered for like 6 hours, but wasn't cold. And then when I went to get up to use the restroom after I was kind of coming down, my muscles were so tight I couldn't even walk. I was like... So I've stuck with microdosing for a while.
Did you analyze your life or anything?
Man, I did. I had a rough one. It was one of those downside ones. Like
I think there's benefits. I think there's benefits from that though.
I came out a different person. I sure did. A lot more attentive to what was going on around me and paying more attention. It just slowed my mushroom use down. I was like, oof.
I know, dude.
That would freak me out a little bit.
No, dude, I'm in the same spot. I took a 5 gram heroic dose, I think about 2.5 years ago. And dude, I went fucking deep. Yeah. And for 2 hours, it felt like someone was taking a knife to my stomach. And I was just like trying to throw up and I couldn't. In the meantime, I was thinking like, why am I an asshole to this person?
Oh,
like
wow.
what? Yeah, like I reanalyzed all this
Self-reflection.
shit. Yeah. And then like I don't know, 10 hours later, Jordan picked me up. My hair was all. I look like I went to like Vietnam and shit, dude. She's like, "What happened?" I was like, "I don't fucking know."
I can't
And then
tell you.
the next day, I just felt like a completely like I started reaching out to those people.
Oh,
like
wow.
I don't know. I feel like there's just these weird
Reason.
benefits to it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go deep either. Like
Yeah.
it was like up there.
There's
I'm
some
good for
stuff
a
you
couple of
don't
years.
want to bring out. Like, no, let's keep that down there.
Do you do anything harder like DMT or acid or anything?
No, you know, I used to do a lot of LSD growing up, and I just kind of got. I don't know. I'd say I got more afraid of it as I got older. Honestly, I felt like as
You
a
know
kid
why?
I could take it.
Well, yeah, because I think because we're just more carefree and we don't
Yeah.
have like the stresses of
It's just
life.
not so real.
Like now we have like just things we think about
Yeah.
all the time.
I'm a grandpa now. You know what
I used to
mean?
pop acid in high school, like
In
nothing.
class,
Yeah,
yep.
in class. Yeah,
Yep.
we used to call him McClay, Frying Brian, because he would just pop acid constantly.
Yes. I love him. How is he?
He's good. Yeah,
That's
he's really
good.
good. Yeah,
Good.
yeah. He has a
Where's
new,
McClay?
Hey, where the fuck is McClay? No, he has his own YouTube channel now called
Oh, shit.
Beyond Wednesdays. They sell like they do like comics and
Oh, cool.
shit like that.
Oh,
so,
cool.
yeah.
I'll check him out.
But like I said, we still do the live show every Thursday night on here.
Thursday,
So
you
you're
guys
welcome
are
to
always
come on
busy.
there.
Cool, I
on
will.
shit. So
You guys are always busy.
yeah, man. Let me see.
Whenever they let me out of Facebook jail.
What did you do? What do you do to get into that?
This time I posted. Somebody said something about buying FECO gram for $60 underneath a picture of a syringe, and I said, "Whoever sold you a gram for $60 should be shot." And I got banned for 30 days.
Because of the shot?
I guess. I don't know. I assume. Maybe. I don't know.
Do you remember like how cool like social media was back in the day when like
That
anything
didn't
went,
happen. Yeah.
anything could go pretty much?
MySpace?
Memes were awesome.
I didn't never go to MySpace jail.
Yeah, MySpace was awesome, dude. You could put your own song on your page.
Right.
Depending on the mood you're in. If you're
Yep.
depressed, you put a sad song on there.
Some Lionel Richie. Yep, that's funny.
No, yeah, Facebook is fucking lame now.
No, I've done more Facebook time than real prison time. It's crazy.
Do you have a second account just in case when you go into it, or?
I used to, but we have so many pages and shit going on now. When I get blocked, it's almost like
Yeah.
a break. Like,
Yeah, no
yay,
shit. Fuck yeah.
30 days, I don't even have to care about this page. Yes.
Do you ever have thoughts of, do I need Facebook and should I
Yeah.
delete it?
I want it gone.
Every day I
honestly.
have that thought.
I deleted TikTok because we got kicked off our convicted creations that had like 500,000 likes and 50,000 followers. Said I was selling illegal goods. So I thought about resetting it up and going through it all again. I'm like, for what? For them to do it again and waste all that time? I just blocked it. And it's funny, I got like 8 hours of screen time back every week. It was since
Yeah,
I turned,
TikTok's addicting as
since
fuck.
I turned it off. I was like, wow, that's 8 hours a week. I'm getting back into productive life. So yeah, I'm trying to get away from it. Really, our web team and some marketers, I'm letting them do it.
Yeah.
Like, here, you guys post this stuff. I'll feed you info all day. I'm kind of burnt out, man, because there's all those trolls out there that always have something negative to say.
Oh, yeah.
And you take it with a grain of salt, and then you're finally like, dude, fuck you. Like,
No, for sure.
You know what I mean?
It's always cowards with no profile pic or some shit.
knowing damn well if you ran into
Yeah,
them at the fair,
exactly, I know.
they're gonna, oh, how you doing, or walk the other way. For me, I don't know. I don't have time for that shit anymore. Really, I don't want to put any stock into it. We've got too much cool stuff going on. So really, it's all about just our family right now. My kids are getting older. They're getting involved with the company.
That's badass.
They're all getting licensed to work in grows and dispensaries now. So, we're trying to go a different direction.
Yeah, social media is like its own fucking job. to
It
do that.
is, my
And,
God.
dude, I bet you're happier now not being on it. Like, I
Yeah.
actually got rid of Twitter because I found myself in my morning shits going through it,
Yep, looking
and then
at
just
it.
getting angry at like political posts or
Yep.
whatever the fuck, and then it would set the tone for
Alters
my
your
day.
mood.
And
It
I'm
does.
like,
It
and once I
alters
got
your
rid of
mood.
that off my phone, I was
Yes.
like, wow, fucking, I'm not getting angry
Well,
at shit that I have no control over.
That used to be my first thing, was grab my phone, because I know I'm going to be in the restroom, do my thing.
Yeah,
Now I don't. I just leave it there. I
just
shower.
read the shampoo ingredients.
I don't even fuck with it now. Honestly, I go straight from there to I set up a 5x5 tent with a red light in it and a sauna.
Oh,
So now I
nice.
go straight to cold plunge in the pool, red light, sit in the sauna. I spend the first 45 minutes doing something other than that fucking phone.
Dude, that's
making me do it. I'm making me do it.
That's my dream morning routine, because I've been meaning to start the cold plunges, because I
hate them.
Oh, everyone.
They're so uncomfortable.
I don't think anyone likes them, but
my body is responding.
Yeah, it probably helps with the Crohn's too, I bet.
It does help with the Crohn's.
Do you follow Wim Hof?
I do follow Wim Hof.
He's the baddest motherfucker,
and
right?
And Asprey, David Asprey.
Yeah.
Another good one, man. There's lots of good stuff out there.
Yeah, I do Wim Hof breathing techniques, and then like I haven't done it in a long time, but then you take the cold shower after and shit, and like it sucks.
It does.
But then afterwards, it's like activating all this crazy scientific shit in your body.
Well, with the gut problems I've had, that red light, that spectrum is supposed to be phenomenal with healing. So
yeah, saunas are supposed to be great, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna buy a sauna, and it was like $2,000. I'm like, why in the hell would I spend $2,000? So I'm flipping through Amazon. It's got a 5x5 tent, like the two I've been growing weed in for I don't know how long. And they got this little sauna box you fill with water, and it just pumps heat and fog.
How much is that?
$100 for two of them.
Damn.
So I put both of them in the tent.
You're just sitting in your weed tent?
I am sitting in I want to take pictures. I got a red spectrum light, my glasses on. I'm smoking. I'm in my weed tent, and I got it all saunted out, dude. This is great. Like all for under $250.
Bro, dude, if you put that on TikTok, that would blow up, bro. Right? That's genius, bro.
We're just sitting in the garage in the grow tent.
Yeah. No, the benefits of saunas are absolutely amazing.
I'm just trying to cut weight, man. I got lazy and old and hit 265. Like, oh my goodness, what are you doing? You know, so it's a lifestyle change, diet change, workout. You got to do everything completely different, man. Like, I was hoping I wouldn't come to this, but it has. So yeah, I'm trying to do it different. I want a different result, you know?
Yeah. You working out a lot and shit, or?
I don't work out a lot just because of my injury. I do more cardio. I do a lot of walking. I do a lot of biking. Lifting weights is fucking boring.
Sucks.
It's boring. Like, yay, look at me. I'm a meathead. No, it's not my thing. It's not. I don't know. I pitched in baseball. I played quarterback. I threw the javelin. Everything I've done had something to do with the gym, working out, or an organized sport. I'm over it. I want to feel better. I want to ride my bike and look at the trees. I want to hike a mountain and see the birds. Like I want a different form of working out that doesn't feel like torture.
Exactly.
You know, when I'm in the gym, I'm just like, oh, this sucks. My shoulders are gonna snap. My elbows suck. Every injury I've ever had since I was 7th grade comes out. You know, but I feel like when I'm on my mountain bike or I'm hiking the trail, it's just us. It's just me and the trail, and I don't know. It's
definitely better for your mental health too, just being out there and.
Well, yeah, because I mean, honestly, it's pretty depressing when you see 225s on each side going, I can't lift this anymore because I'm broken. You know, used to throw 250 around like it's nothing. I'd rather just go hike the trail and feel like an old guy out there.
You used to push weight back in the day, huh?
Oh my goodness,
I could tell.
I played college ball, semi-pro ball. That was my thing. Now I've torn both shoulders, both labrums, both rotator cuffs.
Fuck.
Broke my sternum, shattered both hands, broke both ankles. It doesn't feel good to go out there and lift weights on any of that stuff. None of it. But I do feel good when I hike North Mountain and come down.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm just going to do what my body says feels good.
Yeah.
That whole weight. I've been trying to lift with my boys, and I feel bad. Like my ripped shoulders, I can't do anything.
No, I get that.
Impossible to do a push-up.
Yeah. I wish I could do jujitsu, but I just feel like I would just constantly have an injury or be fucked up all the time. You know?
I got out there and I gave it my college best, you know, and I'm just injured. I really need to get some injuries dealt with before I can just roll around like I'm 15 again. But my kids are having a blast. So a year ago in July, I took them out to Soul Fighters out here off Peoria with Tim Welch.
Yeah,
Sugar Sean.
Yeah.
And
love those guys.
my boys are killing it, man. My two sons have found a new family. Tim and Sean, they're all great guys. There's no ego in the gym. So guys like you and I can walk in and roll one day and be completely welcomed, which I don't even roll half the time, and they all walk up and give me a hug.
That's tight.
It's awesome, man. I would welcome anyone to come out to Soul Fighters.
How old are your kids?
My youngest is 17 and my other boy is 22.
Oh, nice.
So they're both out there now. Been there a year. I think they're both 3 or 4 stripe white belts. About to move up. You know, who knows when, but hopefully soon. They're working hard. But the gym is like kid friendly. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 4-year-olds are out there in their gi. It's a great place to get kids into, and just yourself, like, get your head right. They have a recharge center where you can buy meal prep food. They've got the Art of Recovery with cold plunge, sauna, red light.
Yeah, I know he's
spec.
all about that.
They have everything out there. Anything you need, they've got in one area. So, I don't know. I think it was the best decision I ever made putting my kids into it. They've completely changed.
Bro, everyone, my friends that has kids that put him in jiu-jitsu says that. Like, one of my best friends, DT, he put his 2 sons into jiu-jitsu, and he says it completely, like, changed their lives.
They have respect.
Yeah.
They will hold a door.
It's more about the mental shit, not just, like, whooping on people's asses. Like, it's just about, like,
It's about not whooping someone's ass.
And not, learning not knowing when not to do that.
Yeah, my kids are more like, no, I don't want to fight you because I will hurt you.
Yeah.
Like, I will choke you until you're blue. Like, I do it every day for fun. So they know not to say anything now. Now they're more like, no, I'm not here for altercation.
I think what happens is we're all kind of at like an 11, just from all the stresses on life, right?
Yeah.
And when you're choking people out every day, you're releasing that aggression.
Yeah,
so when you come into that confrontation, it doesn't bother you as much because you've already choked out
you
someone
already
that day.
You already know.
Yeah.
It's probably the single best decision I made with my boys. I really didn't think they'd take to it too well just because we hadn't been exposed to it too much. But, man, my youngest doesn't want to miss a day. He's out there morning, noon, night. Got his driver's license just so he could drive to the gym and back. Like,
I love that.
What I really love is when you hear the coaches come up and tell you what they see in him. Like, if your kid sticks with it, if he puts in the effort, he's the body type, he's the personality, he's super limber, and he's smart. Like, there's this blue belt that Hempful Farms sponsors. Her name's Taya Swartz. Amazing. She's like 4th in the world. My son has tapped her twice, and she even came to me and said, look, I got to tell you, I was a little tired, but your boy got me, and he got me twice. And as we were chatting, she's like, he keeps me on my game because he's so technical. That's what I like about Tim, the coach. He doesn't teach you how to beat someone up. He teaches you why. He teaches you the 3 moves after that. It's
like chess.
It's pretty cool, man. And Tim's probably the most laid back dude in there. Super quiet, real, just a very unconfrontational person. And probably
I watch his podcast. He seems like
a 7th degree black belt. Like, that dude will fucking tie you in so many knots.
He did the funniest shit I've ever seen.
The troll
that McClay showed me yesterday. I didn't even think that. I didn't. That's real.
Yeah, that's his old gym.
I can't. That guy that was.
Yeah,
dude. I couldn't believe
that
was
guy
real.
was
I thought
talking
I was
shit.
like, I couldn't believe. I was laughing so fucking hard.
The brothers
when I
he
saw
was
that.
telling him to say uncle to are guys that they run with. That's part of his crew.
He's like, come here.
He told him, you tell him, say uncle to him. I guess, I don't think many trolls like that show up very often, but that's what happens when you It's funny to me too, because when you look at Tim,
fucking funny.
If you didn't know Tim from anybody, you wouldn't just look at Tim and go, yeah, he's probably a black belt that'll whoop my ass.
Yeah,
he's so quiet, and sometimes he's
Those are the dudes you have to worry about nowadays.
He's goofy. Like, he'll wear a fishing hat with a Hawaiian shirt and some booty shorts, and you'd never think and then you go in the gym and you're like, oh my god, can I get your car for you, sir? Like, I don't want to piss you off. That dude will tie you up in so many places, like, you'd have no idea. That's what I love about them. They don't walk around like, my shit doesn't stink, I'm the baddest dude out here. None of them. They are all humble men just trying to be better. And I don't think there's a place I'd rather have my boys spend their time, honestly.
I'm trying to get my sister to get my nephews into jiu-jitsu.
They can start as young as 4.
You said it's in Peoria, right?
Yeah, they live right off the highway. When you get off of Peoria, hang a right there, going away from the freeway, and on the right-hand side where that old mall used to be like some mall back in the day. It's rented out to so many different companies now, but they have like a whole wing of it. They've got a weightlifting gym, the MMA gym, the recovery center, the Art of Recovery, the Recharge Center.
God, damn.
They've loaded it up with all, and that's all their guys from the gym. So
that's literally right down the street from here.
You are literally a stone's throw away from it.
That's
and
crazy.
they welcome people to come watch. just come check it out. Have your sister go in there. They have big bay windows that you can watch through. They'll probably call her in to meet her because they want to meet everyone. I've been to a few gyms here, and then I would recommend this gym to anybody.
I don't know why she's so
for or
against
not.
it. Like she just doesn't. I don't know if she's like worried about him getting beat up or what.
I used to think like that until I got there. You know, when I saw the little 4-year-olds running around in their gis, the blue belts are the coaches, so they work with them. They show them what to do, and the kids just grin. Like I've never seen a 4-year-old in a gi getting thrown around, smiling the whole time, like ear to ear. That's how you know they're having fun.
Totally.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I was probably like that because I was more of a sports guy, like baseball and football. I tried all that with my boys. Dirt bike, football, baseball, and I'm all in. Like I buy everything. I coach the shit. Like, whatever I can do, we're gonna do it. You know. Well, then he went to MMA, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Like I really don't want to watch you get punched in the face. That's probably not how. He's like, then help me be better, so I don't. You know what I mean? Once we get out there and I see what it's about, like he's home. My kids are home. Football, baseball, organized. That's just not for them. This mano, one. You know, they go in there and there's blue belt females that tie their asses in knots. Like Taya, they don't fuck with her, and I love that because you know, young teenage boys act like tough guys all the time.
Oh yeah.
Not when a 19-year-old girl triangles your ass. You know what I mean? Or omoplatas you.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So now they've been so humbled. Like they take lessons. They work one-on-one with these people. And before, my kid would have had some smart ass 17-year-old boy versus girl joke. You know what I mean? But now he's like, no, Taya's a badass. Like he respects her. You know, which I don't know if he would have learned that otherwise. You know what I mean?
It must be fun as fuck just going there and just watching
Love
the
it.
kids just fucking.
I go into film. I go into film for him so he can see himself on film later. And it's just good to see the guys all the time and the girls. Everyone in there's a family. You know, if someone's not there for a week, everyone's wondering why and checking in on them. And I don't know, that's what you want for your family or your kids in a sports setting is people that care about you.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I have a couple more questions and we'll get into the exclusive content and I'll get you out. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you're busy and shit. Do you have a horror high story where you just like got too high and you were just like freaking out somewhere, like maybe on an airplane or I don't know, maybe too much?
Yeah, you know, I had that happen once at Disneyland. My first time at Disneyland. You can't smoke there. It's alcohol only. So here I am trying to get high. Everywhere I go, I'm trying to catch a buzz. Got my vape pen.
Okay.
Got my little rosin pen. I'm just trying to hit one of them. Excuse me. And I'm hiding behind this trash can getting high. And this dude with a bow tie and a broom and dustpan comes up. And he's like, you can't smoke that here. And I had finally caught a buzz. I had finally sat there like, I turned around. And the first thing I said was, happiest place on earth, my ass. And the guy just walks off telling me he's getting security. So I had to go get my wife, get my kids. Like I just freaked out on this fucking trash guy. So we got to go. It was funny. I was just trying to get high. I really did. I caught a buzz finally and I turned around and this little 20-something guy with a bow tie on is harping on me about, you can't smoke weed back there, sir. Like, I thought this was the happiest place on earth, man. Fucking liar. Yeah. So.
It's almost like you like getting caught when you're a kid, right? Right?
I'd probably look like it.
Yeah.
40-year-old grown man with a beard hiding behind a trash can. Like, oh no, I just dropped my soda, sir.
What a fucking dork. Just let him smoke.
I know.
Right?
And he was literally, I was like, sir, I have kids older than you. Like, carry on.
Yeah. Mind your own fucking business, dork. I think that's got all my questions in, dude. Let's see here. Yeah, you want to just plug in all your like social medias and your site and all that, where people can find you? And
yeah. So let's see. We've got the new site, hempfulfarmscbd.com. That's a big one. chrismartinstory.com. That'll get you all your exclusive content, your merch, your hats, your shirts, the DVD, our Doco Haters Make Me Famous is on there. Our Convicted Creations cooking shows on there. We just got picked up on altered.tv. So the documentary Haters Make Me Famous and Convicted Creations, the cooking show is on there now. So you can download it on your phone.
Oh, nice.
Altered.tv. It's a cannabis app it's just all content, all cannabis content. And then the nonprofit, zonkamiles.world. That's our big one. With the paypal.com/zonkamiles. That just helps us pay for the food that we feed the kids and the presents and stuff that we go shopping for. So that's pretty much it.
Sweet, dude. Yeah, and I highly suggest checking out the other episodes we did with Chris Martin when you were on the show, because we get into your backstory. We talk about your book,
Yep.
The documentary and stuff like that. So is that still on Amazon?
Yeah, it is. Amazon Prime, Tubi TV, there's a couple other platforms too, like I don't even know now. There's like 10 of them though.
Sweet.
Walmart.com.
Oh, shit.
Target.com.
Sweet. Hell yeah. Right on, man. Well, let's get into the exclusive content. I really appreciate you coming on the show, and we will see you next time on the Bogcast. Thanks for joining us.